Your bank account looks better than it has all year. Deposits are rolling in, the phone won't stop ringing, your crews are booked out for weeks. You feel like you're finally winning. And that right there is exactly when most trade contractors make the decisions that sink them by January. I'm Melissa with Summit CFOs, and today I want to walk you through what I call the busy season cash trap. Because the truth is, more trade contracting businesses get into financial trouble during their best months than their worst ones. And I want to show you why. Here's what's happening right now in your business. It's mid-May. Whether you're a roofing company, you're running HVAC installs, pouring concrete, framing, electrical, plumbing, paving, or landscaping, your season is on. Storm work, summer builds, new construction, service calls. It's all firing at once. Deposits and progress payments are landing in your account. Maybe you're looking at a balance that's 2 or 3 times what you saw in February. Your brain says, I've got money, I can finally breathe, I can hire that extra crew, buy that truck, take that trip. But here's the problem. That money in your account isn't probably yours yet. It's customer deposits on jobs you haven't finished. It's payment for materials you haven't bought. It's labor you haven't paid out. In accounting terms, a big chunk of that balance is actually a liability and not income. It's money you owe in the form of work you've promised to deliver. And if you spend it like it's profit, you're going to be scrambling in October when the deposits stop coming in, but the bills from August are still landing. This is why I tell every trade contractor I work with, a healthy bank balance in May tells you almost nothing about whether your business is actually profitable. So if the bank balance is lying to you, what should you be looking at? There are 3 numbers every trade contractor should know before Monday morning, especially right now in peak season. Number 1, gross profit margin by job. Not your overall margin, not what your P&L says at the bottom. I'm talking about each individual job, what came in, what it cost you in materials and direct labor, and what was actually left over. In busy season, the numbers is the first thing that slips. You're bidding fast, material prices are moving, subs are charging more because everyone's slammed, and you're saying yes to work you'd probably normally pass on. Number 2, your cash position versus your upcoming payables. This is the can I make payroll in 3 weeks number. Take your current cash, subtract the deposits that are really obligations, subtract your known material orders and subcontractor payments coming due, subtract payroll. What's left is what you actually have to work with. Number 3, your backlog value and whether it's funded. A big backlog feels amazing. It means you've sold the work, but sold work isn't paid work. And unfunded backing, meaning jobs you've committed crews and materials to without enough deposit to cover the front end costs, is one of the fastest ways a growing trade contracting business runs out of cash. When you know these 3 numbers every week, you stop making decisions based on how your bank account feels and start making decisions based on what's actually true. Here's where I see trade contractors hurt themselves in peak season. They hire a crew without checking whether the backlog supporting that crew is actually funded. 3 months later, the work slows down and they're carrying labor they can't afford. They buy equipment in cash because the account looks healthy, when financing it would have preserved working capital for the slower months. They take owner draws based on the bank balance instead of based on actual profit. They underbid jobs because they're rushing, and they don't catch it until they look back in November and wonder why a record revenue year barely cleared anything. None of these decisions look bad in the moment. They all look bad in hindsight. The difference between trade contractors who scale and the ones who hit a wall isn't talent or work ethic. It's whether they make peak season decisions using peak season data or whether they wing it. So here's your homework. Before Friday, 1, pull your last 3 completed jobs and calculate the actual gross profit margin on each one, not estimated, actual. 2, sit down for 15 minutes and write out every payable hitting your account in the next 30 days. Compare it to your cash and be honest. 3, look at your backlog and ask yourself, for each job, is this funded? Did the deposit cover the front end costs, or am I floating it? If those 3 exercises feel hard to do, or if you do them and you don't love what you see, that's not a failure. That's a signal. That's exactly the moment a fractional CFO earns their keep. Book a call and see how we can shore up your cash flow. While you're on the job site, we're on the books, making sure the numbers measure up. Have a great day.